Hey loves, it's Amber and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. Today I am so excited to be with you in cast as we create the founder for our Holiday Helpers Challenge, Miss Merry Mistletoe. So it is officially the holiday season. I think it's completely socially acceptable to be celebrating. When I'm posting this video, it should be December 1st. So no one can say anything about it being too early for holiday stuff. It's definitely time. So I wanted to do something festive here on the channel. Anyone that knows me in real life knows that I'm a Christmas girl. I feel like there's lots of different types of holiday people. Some people love Thanksgiving. Some people are extra spooky and Halloween is their favorite. But me, I have always been a Christmas girl. I just love everything about it. I love the cozy holiday season and I'm so excited to do something to celebrate with you all. So, the Holiday Helpers Challenge is a challenge that I adapted from the Christmas Challenge, and the Christmas Challenge was originally created by Lova Blue Lucy. I believe that's how you would say that. I will link their Tumblr down below as well as the original rules to this challenge. I did make some minor tweaks to it just to kind of incorporate my typical style of gameplay and to make it a little bit easier for me to play in a time frame that seemed reasonable for me because I want to try to get most of this done during the holiday season. I don't have a ton of time to record, so we'll see how much of it I can get done, but that's my goal. So, just to give some background for the Holiday Helpers Challenge, if you're looking for a cute little challenge to celebrate the holiday season, this is the one for you. It focuses on completing different creative aspirations and utilizing creative skills to build your own little Santa's workshop. The objective of this challenge is to achieve each of your 7 elves' life aspirations. Well, really, it'll be 8 elves, so your mother elf and her 7 little elves. So we will achieve all of their life aspirations and make a living from the things that elves craft. The challenge is simple, so you'll start off with a female sim who can have a child with Father Winter every Winterfest until you have 7 elves. You focus on each elf's selected aspiration until all 7 are completed. So in the original rules, I think it's designed for you to go one at a time with the aspirations, but we're not going to be doing that just because, like I said, I want to try to get most of it done during this holiday season. So a lot of the tweaks that I made were related to making it a little bit easier to play in a shorter time frame. So we're just kind of going to be powering through. So we'll probably have quite a few elves at once working on their aspirations. And I also think that'll be helpful because we are going to start with a little bit more difficulty. I don't think I'm going to have Mary start homeless like I have all my other Sims start, but I do think that I'm going to have her start with a empty cabin, and I think I'm going to make it pretty small. So she's going to have to build onto it. So each of the elves has their own space to create and build for their hobby. And I think that having more Sims who are able to make money will make the challenge a little bit easier. This challenge does require at least a few packs, so you obviously have to have seasons so that you can have wintertime and Father Winter. You also can use Realm of Magic if you want to make all of your elves spellcasters. I think that's a wonderful idea. I don't think that I'm going to be playing them as spellcasters, but the original rules do recommend that you have all of them be spellcasters. But I don't usually play very much with the supernaturals, and I also worry that if I made them spellcasters, I would be kind of cheating for money. I know it's not technically cheating, but you can do a lot of cloning things, and you can basically print money with spellcasters. So I think I might not do spellcasters, but I don't know. Y'all can let me know down below if you think that we should make them all spellcasters. You'll also need eco lifestyle because one of the elves is going to be using the fabrication, and then nifty knitting as well because one of the elves will be a knitter. Though if you have horse ranch, you can probably do cross stitch instead of knitting if that's something that you have. And then you can always change out traits and aspirations if you don't have different packs. Just make sure that each of the elves has a creative aspiration. So for this challenge, the lifespan will be set to long because elves are magical creatures. And I decided to give the challenge some rules and these are heavily inspired by the James Turner Every Life Stages Challenge, but basically these are just rules, guidelines to help you age up your elves faster. In the original rules, they said you could just cheat to skip the different stages, but I think it's fun to kind of play through them a little bit, and I haven't really played with like infants that much, and so I think it'll be fun to actually have the elves go through each of the life stages, but to kind of progress through them a little bit more quickly. You can set the seasons to whatever length you prefer. The original challenge recommended 14 days, but I'm planning to do 7 just so I can move a little bit faster. And then we cannot marry Father Winter or have him move in, but we do need to have a workshop for him in our household. None of the elves can have a job, so everyone just has to make money from crafting. And then all Sims must complete their aspiration in order for you to complete the challenge. So to start the challenge, we are just going to move Merry into a little cabin that I'm probably going to download because y'all know I don't build, but I'm considering maybe trying to build. Let me know if you would like to see me attempt a little empty Christmas cabin build. It might be a little bit easier because it is going to be empty, but we'll see. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see me make that attempt. You do need to keep in mind that you're going to have 8 Sims living in this household and you need space for Father Winter's workshop. So it needs to be pretty big. And then, of course, you'll need to create your mother elf and Cass. And then from there, make sure you're starting in the winter so that Winterfest can happen soon. And you can get to have a New York baby with Father Winter. And then the challenge begins. So you'll cheat your money down to 0. And your mother elf is just going to have to start creating so that she can provide for her elves and, of course, provide toys for all of the children. So just a description for kind of the mother elf. The mother elf was one of the many chosen elves destined to bring joy to other Sims by opening up Father Winter's workshop. She decided to run it as a family-owned business because nothing makes her happier than being with her kids. She donates a lot of her business's profits to charity. At the end of the day, she just wants all Sims to be happy. However, she's not very career-oriented and just crafts whatever she feels like to make ends meet. So that's kind of a good description, I think, for Merry. She's just a happy girl. She wants everyone else to be happy, and she's really glad that she's an elf and that she gets to pass this along to all of her little elflings that she's going to have. Each of the 7 elves all kind of have different personality types, and it's pretty heavily based on like Snow White and the 7 dwarves. So having someone that's goofy, having someone that's grumpy, all of those different things, and each of them will kind of have those different traits and will accomplish a different aspiration with each of them. And I think it's just going to be a lot of fun. I hope that I can get this done for the holidays, but we'll see. Like I said, I don't always have a ton of time to record, and I feel like this is going to be a series that's kind of going to take a little while. But if it goes through into the rest of the winter, I think it's fine. I mean, as long as it's winter, right? It's still thematic. I don't know. Y'all can let me know if you think that's appropriate or not. I did also want to go through what I was thinking for aging up each of the elves. So like I said, it's pretty much just based on the James Turner Every Life Stage Challenge. So to age our elves up to infant, we'll just need to let 3 days go by. And then our toddlers will need to, our infant will need to achieve 2 milestones in each category. And then Merry will need to acquire the required item for that child's future hobby. So because we are starting with an empty house, she's going to need to make enough money to get whatever that particular little elf is going to need in the future so that everything's always ready for them to start once they age up. Then to become a child, they'll need to get level 3 in all their toddler skills, and Merry must achieve level 3 in the child's future hobby. And then to become a teen, we'll need to complete 1 school project, get an A in school, have level 5 in 1 childhood skill, and level 3 in 2 other skills. I don't have requirements for the teens to age up into young adults because Mary's a young adult, and I think it's weird if all the kids are also young adults. But let me know if we should age Merry up into an adult once the first 2 kids become young adults, and then that way we can have everyone be a young adult, because I think it might get annoying if we have teens constantly trying to go to school. It'll also limit us from, making money because they'll be going to school as opposed to staying home. I know that we can have them drop out, and maybe that's what we should do, but I don't know. I kind of hate to make my Sims drop out. I am an education girl. I have a higher degree, and so I think that it's important for my little teen Sims to go to high school. So I hate to have them drop out, but y'all can let me know what you think. If you think that makes more sense, or if we should just age them up so that they can be young adults and it'll just be a household full of young adults. But that's pretty much it for the rules for the challenge. Another thing is that every Winterfest, the family has to donate 50% of their funds to the charity of our choice because Mary's good and she donates a bunch of her money to charity. We'll also need to hold a grand party for all the elves to attend and give each other crafted presents. And this will be the night that our mother elf will woohoo with Father Winter so that we can have a new elf with every Winterfest. And I don't know. I think this challenge is going to be a lot of fun, and I am absolutely in love with Mary. I did dress her in the traditional red and green. All the elves will be dressed in like traditional colors. The original rules said to alternate between the red and green as primary colors for the elves, and I don't know if I'm going to do that or if I'm just going to let everyone be dressed in red and green. Honestly, it probably would be easier to alternate because finding red and green can be a little bit difficult. Some of Mary's outfits were really easy to do, and some of them not so much. Like at this point in the hot weather where I was struggling a little bit, like I think this outfit's cute. I don't know if it's Christmassy necessarily, but it is cute. And I think that she's really cute. I definitely like kind of her face and like she's like a round, very elfish face, which I know she is an elf, but I think that she looks like an elf. I don't know, y'all have to let me know if you think she does or not. In general, I used to create Sims like this all the time, like this like very cartoonish, very cutesy style. And I guess some people might say I still have that, but I used to like really go for it. And so it was fun for me to kind of go back to this style. And I'm very interested to see the sort of babies that she's going to have with Father Winter because he's definitely got a pretty distinct face himself. So I think they could definitely have some interesting little elves together. We'll see how many of them take after him and how many of them take after Mary. But that's pretty much it. I would love to hear all of y'all's thoughts about the challenge and about Mary down below. Do you think I need to make any adjustments to the challenge rules that I have proposed, or do you think that we are good to go? And I am so excited to hear what y'all are looking forward to the most about this holiday season. I know that the holidays aren't for everyone and that some people kind of struggle with holidays, but hopefully everyone is having as good a season as they possibly can and that we can all enjoy some holiday themed simming together. But as always, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video and any other video on my channel. I appreciate people who take the time to spend any time with me here so very much. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you have enjoyed the video and you are looking forward to this challenge. And I will see all of you next time. Bye!